Hello, our dear students, online audience. You are all welcome back again to today's mathematics class. The topic we are considering today is indices. Indices. In the last class, we started with the topic indices, and we were able to consider three different laws that govern solving problem in indices. We considered multiplication law, division law, and equality law. So today we want to continue with those laws that govern solving problems in indices. So number 4 law we are considering today is square root law. Square root law. Square root law states that whenever a term is raised to power of a square root, the new adjacent power so formed can interact with the old one. Whenever a term is raised to power of a square root, the new adjacent power that is so formed can interact with the old one. Now let us look at this example. Here in example 1, we are asked to evaluate 9 raised to power 1 over 2. So this is the square root. 1 over 2 is the square root. Now from 9, we are going to generate a new power that is adjacent to this. So from 9, we can generate 3 raised to power of 2. This is the new power, while this one is the old one. So the new power so formed can interact with the old one. So this new one cancel the old one. So you now have the answer to be 3 raised to power 1, and that is going to be 3. So the most appropriate option among the options stated here is option D. Option D. Now, example 2. Example 2 says simplify 16 raised to power 1 over 2. And here are the options. This is the square root. And how do we go about solving this problem? We are going to generate a new power from 16 that is going to interact with the old power. And so from 16, we can generate something like 4 raised to power of 2. The reason is because 4 times 4 will give us 16. So we now have 4 raised to power of 2, then raised to power of r. This one is the square root, the old one, the old power, while this one is the new one. So this new one cancel the old one. Then we have 4 raised to power of 1. And the final answer is 4. Because any number raised to power of 1 is that number. So the most appropriate option here is option A, which is 4. Now, example 3. The question says evaluate 27 raised to power of 1 over 3. This is under a square root law. Under square root law, we have cube root law. We have fourth root law. We also have fifth root law, and so on and so forth. But they follow the same principle. The cube root laws also state that whenever a term is raised to power of a cube root, the new adjacent power so formed can interact with the old one. Let's look at this. Here is 27. How do we generate a new power from 27? We can generate a new power by saying 23 raised to power of 3. The reason is because 27 is same thing as 3 times 3 times 3. 3 in 3 places. That is 27. So this is the new power. And then the old power is 1 over 3. The new power can interact with the old one, and then it cancels it out. So we now have our answer to be 3 raised to power 1. And any number raised to power 3, any number raised to power 1 is that number, which is 3. So the most appropriate option here is option A. I want to believe it's very clear to everybody. Okay, that is very good. Now we proceed to law 5. Law 5 under the concept of indices, and that is negative power law. Negative power law states that whenever a term or expression is raised to power of negative sign, that negative sign can be cancelled out by taking the reciprocal of the term. The negative power can cancel out by taking the reciprocal of the term. Now let us look at this example 1. Example 1 says simplify 1 over 9 raised to power of minus 1. This minus is the negative power. And that law, which is negative power law, says that whenever an expression or a term is raised to power of a negative sign, that negative power or that negative sign can cancel out by taking the reciprocal of the expression or of the term. Now, let's look at this. 1 over 9. The reciprocal of 1 over 9 is 9. The reciprocal of 9 is 1 over 9. The reciprocal of 1 over 2 is 2. The reciprocal of 1 over 9 is 9. So the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. And the reciprocal of 5 over 3 is 3 over 5. So what we mean by that reciprocal is just a matter of bringing numerator to become denominator and denominator becoming numerator. Now let's look at it here. We want to find solution to this problem. Here is a negative power, and the concept says that for us to solve this problem we must use negative power law. That means we are going to take, for us to eliminate or to cancel out this negative sign, we take the reciprocal of 1 over 9. And reciprocal of 1 over 9 is 9. As soon as you take the reciprocal of 1 over 9, the minus, which is negative sign, is cancelled out. You are now left with only 1. And that means 9 raised to power 1 is 9. 9. So the most appropriate option here is option D. Option D is the most appropriate option. Now let's look at example 2. Example 2 says evaluate 9 raised to power minus 1. Now don't forget again, the negative power law, see the sign negative. How do you eliminate this negative? How do you cancel it? So cancel out that negative, you take the reciprocal of the 10. And what is the reciprocal of 9 here? Reciprocal of 9 is 1 over 9. Very simple. The reason is because this 9 is having over 1 here. Is having over 1. So if you are taking reciprocal of 9 over 1, that means 1, which is denominator, will become numerator. And 9, which is numerator, will become denominator. So you have something like this. So reciprocal of 9 is 1 over 9. Then the minus sign is cancelled out automatically. So you are left with only 1 here. The result now becomes 1 over 9. That's the final result. It's 1 over 9. So the correct option, which is the most appropriate option here, is option B. Option B, 1 over 9. Now let's look at example 3. Example 3. The example 3 says simplify 2 over 3 raised to power minus 2. 2 over 3 raised to power minus 2. Now look at it. This is a negative power again. So we're going to use the concept of negative power law to solve the problem. So we take the reciprocal of 2 over 3 to eliminate negative sign. And what is the reciprocal of 2 over 3? The reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. That is to say, denominator become numerator and numerator become denominator. Once you do that, the negative sign is cancelled out. So we now have 3 all over 2. With this concept, the negative sign is cancelled out. So we are left with only 2, which is power of 2 here. We are left with only this. Here we can now see this 3 over 2 is like a family. This content is, this power 2 that is here affects these 3, it also affects these 2. So we are going to say, okay, everybody take your belonging. So here is 3 over 2. Then here is also 2 over 2. And 3 over 2 is the same thing as 9. 2 over 2 is the same thing as 4. So you change this one now to mixed fraction because this is improper fraction by saying 4 goes in 9. 2 remaining 1 all over 4. So the most appropriate option here among the options stated is option D. Option D is the most appropriate option. I want to believe it's very clear to everybody. That is very good. Now we proceed to example 4. The question says evaluate 3 raised to power minus 2. Evaluate 3 raised to power minus 2. Now, here is also the concept of negative power law because of the negative power that is here. How do we tackle this problem? We tackle this problem by taking the reciprocal of 3. Reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3. Reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3 because this one is 3 over 1. So reciprocal means denominator becoming numerator and numerator becoming denominator. That is the reciprocal. So we are now left with only 2 being the power. So this 2 also is the property to be shared by the member of this family, 1 and 3. So we are now going to say 1, take your own share of 2. Then 3, take your own share of 2. We have something like this. So in the final analysis, 1 raised to power 2 is the same thing as 1. And 3 raised to power 2 is the same thing as 9. So the final answer is going to be 1 over 9. And the most appropriate option here is option B. Option B. I want to believe it's clear to everybody. That is good. So we proceed to the last example before we go into class assessment. Here is example 5. Simplify 2a raised to power minus 1. 2a raised to power minus 1. Please, I want us to understand something. This 2 is not having a share of this negative power. The negative power here does not affect 2. The negative power only affects A. Letter A. That is what is being affected by negative power. And so we are going to take the reciprocal of A only. So to take the reciprocal of A, we are going to say 2, stay aside. Stay clear from there. So 2 is separate. Here we are now going to have reciprocal of A is the same thing as 1 over A. That is to say 1 over A is the reciprocal of A. And with this, negative sign is gone. We are left with only 1. So this one is to be shared by these children of this family. And so 1 raised to power 1 is the same thing as 1. A raised to power 1 is the same thing as A. So here we are now going to have 2 times 1 all over A. And the final answer is going to be 2 all over A. The reason is because 2 times 1, this is 2 over 1 now, 2 times 1, 2. 1 times A, it gives us 2 A. And the final answer is going to be 2 over A. So the most appropriate option here is option C. Option C. Now we want to quickly go into class assessment. But before then, I want to remind us that it is very important that we should subscribe into this channel if you have not done so. As we bring today's class to a close, I would like us to go with this assignment, class assessment. Here we have number 1, evaluate 8 raised to power 1 over 3. Choose out of the option provided. Number 2, simplify 16 raised to power minus 1 over 4. Here are the options provided. Number 3, evaluate, brackets open, 81, brackets close, minus raised to power minus 1 over 4. Here are the options. Number 4. Simplify 125 raised to power minus 1 over 3. Here are the options. Number 5. Evaluate 4 over 5 bracket open 4 over 5 bracket close minus 1 over 2. Here are the options. Number 6. Simplify bracket open 1 over 16 bracket close minus raised to power minus 1 over 4. Choose out of the option provided. Number 7. Evaluate 64 raised to power minus 5 over 6. Choose out of the option provided. Number 8. Simplify bracket open 3 raised to power 4 bracket close raised to power 1 over 2. Here are the options. Number 9. Evaluate bracket open 1 over 27 bracket close raised to power minus 2 over 3. Here are the options. Number 10. Simplify bracket open 8 over 27 bracket close raised to power minus 2 over 3. Here are the options. Number 11. Evaluate bracket open 16 over 9 bracket close raised to power minus 3 over 2. Here are the options as well. Number 12. Simplify bracket open one whole number 9 over 16 bracket close raised to power 1 over 2. Here are the options. Number 13. Evaluate bracket open 18 over 32 bracket close raised to power minus 3 over 2. Here are the options. Class assessment 14. The question says simplify bracket open 8a raised to power minus 6 bracket close raised to power 1 over 3. Here are the options. Evaluate. Number 15. Evaluate bracket open 25a raised to power 2 bracket close raised to power 1 over 2. Here are the options as well. Number 16. Simplify bracket open 2a bracket close raised to power minus 1. Here are the options. Number 17. Evaluate bracket open 16a raised to power minus 12 bracket close 1 raised to power 1 over 4. Here are the options. Number 18. Simplify bracket open 1 over 4 bracket close raised to power minus 1 over 2. Here are the options. Number 19. Evaluate bracket open 16 over 81 bracket close raised to power minus 3 over 4. Here are the options. Now, number 20. Simplify bracket open 2 whole number 1 over 4 bracket close raised to power 1 whole number 1 over 2. Here are the options. So we have come to the end of today's class. Until we meet again. But do not forget to subscribe into this channel if you have not done so. It is very, very important. Thank you for coming. Until we meet again in the next class. Bye for now.